Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Hugo Quintanilla with another Real Estate Live. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. Tonight, we're talking about unlocking your future. Discover affordable home buying opportunities in Maryland. And as always, I am your realtor, Hugo, the one licensed in Maryland with Long and Foster. So feel free and reach out. As always, it is my distinct pleasure to talk to all of you. And feel free and share the live on your favorite platforms with your friends and family or anyone that you know that might be interested in real estate. And like I said, today we are going to be talking about, oh my, that is so blurry. Today we are going to be talking about making sure that the screen is on first one, and then two, making sure that you are all familiar with what is going on in real estate development. So as always, thank you again for tuning in today. Real estate projects and developments. We've had a few new bills be developed as of late that have really made a big impact, hopefully in the future, to change the landscape of real estate development in Maryland. So, truly excited for that to see how that manifests itself. But we have yet to see more affordable housing. And now more than ever, we are in great need. We are seeing less houses on market than we have expected, and the houses that are on market are flying off the market. So it is truly a very interesting time to be in the market, as we are having an increase of interest rates that make it more difficult to borrow money, therefore more difficult for home builders and buyers to purchase homes or make them. So number one, today, we're going to be diving into the exciting world of real estate projects and developments right here in Maryland. There are large scale undertakings where multiple properties, residential or commercial, are being built and sold. Understanding these can give you a leg up whether you're buying, selling, or just love real estate. And keeping abreast of these situations can really make a difference on where you invest your future money, because if a development is prosperous or has a lot of potential or brings a good crowd, that development can really set the tone for the whole community. So don't ever underestimate the power of a good real estate project. We have several of them here nearby that have expanded over time. We have Crown, we have King Farm, we'll have Lake Forest Mall that's coming up pretty soon. That whole area will be transformed. As always, we have White Flint Mall that needs to be updated as well. There are tons of areas that have the potential to be transformed from commercial into residential as well. So we have yet to see where all these new developments are going to go and how they're going to manifest themselves and in what shapes and forms. But it is truly an exciting time because everything is real estate, from the bridge and the infrastructure that was recently damaged over in Baltimore, all the way down to the roads that we operate on every day, and who and what pays for roads and the maintenance of that property. So number two, lately we've seen a surge in mixed use developments that combine residential, retail, and office spaces all in one. This is a shift from the separate zoning of the past, and it reshaped our communities into more integrated, walkable areas. And I would honestly cite Crown as a perfect example of living and shopping. That is also the type of strategy that's going to be employed over in the Lake Forest Mall region that used to be the old mall there. And many areas that used to be retail centers are now being converted into mixed use buildings. So, something to look onto for the future. Number three, one project that makes headlines in the one project that's making headlines is the waterfront development in Annapolis. This project not only offers luxury living spaces, but also public parks and waterfront access that enhances our community's quality of life. It is truly a good, how do you say, good location to keep an eye on, because as you'll see more of these luxury homes, it'll set the tone for the rest of that area and therefore branch out into the rest of the community. So we see this all the time when more expensive properties come in, the lower end properties get boosted up until there's some sort of equilibrium that's met. Number four, the economic impact of real estate developments. These projects aren't just buildings, they're job creators. From construction to permanent roles in property management and retail, they play a pivotal role in boosting our local economy. And more than anything else, real estate development is a very lucrative business for all sorts of socioeconomic classes, and it does employ tons of people. So, more than anything, we want to be building, because building creates more jobs and therefore creates a better economy. And that's what we all want, because a better economy, in theory, will pay its workers better. Number five, environmental considerations. It's not just about building more, but building better. Many new projects now include green technologies like solar panels and energy efficient systems, helping Maryland lead the way in sustainable living. Are these things that are already built? Are there things that we need to plan for in the future? We want to build better. So these developments are all branching towards the eco-friendly and technologically savvy. So it is truly going to be in innovatory race to see who can make the coolest new developments. And that's what you'll see, is these spaces that are very fun and very approachable and welcoming, because more and more we hear this every day, we're losing third spaces, which are areas that you used to be able to reside or spend time in that were not work or home. There was an area that you could go and, socialize and be friendly. We used to have bowling alleys, we used to have bars, we used to have malls, and all of these have gone into decline over time. So, number seven, actually, the no, number six, the construction scene is buzzing with innovations from 3D printed building materials to smart home technologies, making homes safer and more energy efficient than ever before. The first time I ever saw a home that was 3D printed, you heard me right, a property that was 3D printed with a machine that was probably about the size of a car that would go around the edge of the property, creating a bead of concrete and layering it till they got a structure that was formed from this 3D industrial construction size printer. It is amazing to see some of the methods that are being built now. We've seen it with Amazon and their tiny homes that are being sold for $19,000, I think, that are foldable and very easy to set up by yourself. So, innovation, innovation, innovation. Where is technology taking us, and how are we living better going into the future? Very interesting to see. Number seven, benefits of home buyers and investors. Buying into a new development often means access to cutting edge amenities and lower maintenance costs, which are huge pluses for any buyer or investor looking for value and convenience. Again, we always are looking to safe safely keep our investment going upwards, and with cutting edge amenities you really can't complain. Maintain things, make sure the property's being well looked after, fix things as they come up. And that is truly the best way to maintain your home's value. Otherwise, you are going to be spending so much money and it can really bite you in the butt, because what if something happens in this community and it's not a good build? There always is that risks. And speaking of risks, number 8, risks and considerations. However, investing in new developments carries risks like construction delays or changes in market demand. It's important to do your homework and consider factors like the developer's reputation and the project's location. Now, I'm not one to, hate on small business at all, or, look down upon the mom and pop, so to speak, builder that does the 1 to 3 to 5 builds a year. I'm talking more along the lines of like the bigger organizations, and the ones that really, when they mess up big. Not to say that these smaller organizations don't have their own pitfalls, so to speak, and own problems and security issues and trust issues, but you want to work with reputable developers. So make sure that everything is in writing, that you've done your research, that you have contracts in place, and that you know who these people are, so that you know that who you can hold accountable if anything does go south. Remember, a little bit of due diligence today will save you so much headache into the future. And lastly, for today, number 9. Uh, Looking ahead, the demand for multifunctional spaces is likely to grow, influenced by how we live, work, and play. This means there are plenty of opportunities for savvy investors and home buyers in the coming years. And if you're creative, there might even be a few business opportunities to take advantage of these new desires for people and spaces. As always, it never goes wrong to innovate if there is a market. So make sure that you are following the trends and keeping an eye on the markets, because if you stay informed, you can be ahead of the pack. Looking ahead, the demand of multifunctional spaces is likely to grow, influenced by living, working, and playing. This means there are plenty of opportunities to keep developing your portfolio and really make the most out of the downturn that may come up when it does, because there is always a correction. We've hit an all-time high, and it's quite uncommon to believe that we're going to continue to see an all-time high. Now, do corrections lead to even bigger highs? Very true. There are multiple highs usually within a cycle. So we're just traveling the cycle like any other year. So keep your eyes and ears open and make sure that you are staying tuned. And that wraps up our look at real estate development here in Maryland. If you have any questions or want to share your thoughts, let's chat. I'm here to help with the best real estate advice so you can make the most informed real estate decision possible. If you are just joining us tonight, we were talking about unlocking your future here in Maryland by discovering affordable home buying opportunities in the great old line state. And if you're just joining us, number 1, we were talking a little bit about what real estate developments are, why they are important to us. They are the things that are producing new homes. Number 2, the current trend is mixed use developments that combine residential, retail, and office space all in one. Number 3, a spotlight on a major ongoing project is the waterfront development in Annapolis. Very much worth your eyes. Number 4, economic impact of real estate development. Most projects employ not just workers, but whole communities of people that work around these developments. Number 5, environmental considerations. As always, we want to build better and improve what we have. So these developments are great opportunities to improve what we already love the most about Maryland real estate. Number 6, technological innovations, how we are building with better materials and more different techniques than we ever have before. Number 7, benefits for home buyers and investors. When buying into a new development, you could take advantage of some of the best amenities. So make sure that you're keeping an eye out for those. Some of the risks to consider are that with anything, construction delays and just sheer scams can be a high risk in this industry. And number nine, looking forward to the future, we expect a multifunctional spaces to continue to grow in demand as we are seeing more savvy investors and home buyers in the market. And as always, I am here to help you navigate this market and any market because we are going to be here for a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your realtor, Hugo, licensed in Maryland with Long and Foster, North Potomac, Rockville. If you're curious about how much equity is in your home today, go ahead and check out this website when you get a chance. It is Montgomery County Real Estate, and this will bring you up to a home value calculator that will give you a report or a number to contact me so that we can talk more about your home's value. So feel free and check that out. It's a great way to get an idea how much equity is in your home, and it's a good thing to know because you never know when you might just decide to pick up and go. So, as always, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to talk with you. Feel free and share this live with anyone you know. I will see you all tomorrow for another live. Tomorrow, we are going to be doing our webinar series. So, tomorrow should be investing. So, we will talk some more about investing in real estate and what you can do as a millennial to invest in real estate or your first home. Thank you again for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night, get some rest, and thank you again. Take care. Bye. Go check out the website.